How to win Galaxite Rush. Galaxite recently released their new game mode Rush, which is their unique take on Skywars. With their classic shulker boxes and a corruption void, you fight to the death against 7 other people, but only one comes out on top and takes the victory. How can you be that person more than 1 in 8 times? Well, I'm glad you asked. And obviously, if you have any more questions about my qualifications, look at this. Since this is Galaxite's new take on Skywars, the goal is essentially to get the best loot possible, and then kill people. Hence the name Rush. You want to bridge to islands to get closer to middle while looting chests. Middle is the main goal because it has the best loot. In Galaxite, there is a unique way of PvP with tiers of armor instead of actual armor from Minecraft. There's a very strong recommendation in the community for which things are more important. Armor is top priority. This is something you should always keep in mind and try and get good armor quickly. After you get your armor, you should turn your focus more on your sword, after that the bow. Obviously, I'm not saying you shouldn't loot swords or bows before armor, but keep that in mind that armor is a priority. Galaxite would not make their game just like that. They'd want to spice it up, which is why they added loot modifiers. Loot modifiers give a chance of certain special items spawning in a chest. These can range from invisible smoke bombs to TNT or even massive leap feathers that let you shoot into the sky. There are 4 types of modifiers: offense, defense, utility, and combinations. Combinations are the most expensive because they combine all of one category together. For example, the offensive combination gives a chance for all of the offensive special loot to spawn. There's even the ultimate modifier that covers all the extra and special items in the game. The only issue, that costs 2,000 of Rush tokens. Galaxite modifiers can be difficult to understand, so I'll give you my recommendations. To clarify, most of these modifiers are viable, and I'll give different recommendations on how comfortable you are at PvP. I'll be the first to admit I'm not that great at PvP on PC and on mobile. I'd rate myself a 7 on mobile and maybe a 3 to 4 on PC just because I haven't played it a ton. If you're not strong at PvP, I recommend going for the utility modifiers. There are 2 modifiers I'd recommend: the upgrade token and the upgrade box modifiers. The upgrade token is pretty simple. You have a chance of an upgrade token being in an unlooted chest. You can use these tokens to boost your weapons or armor up a level, no matter the tier. The box upgrader is like the token, but it doesn't upgrade the gear. It upgrades the unlooted boxes. If there's an unlooted blue chest, you can change it to a purple for better loot. You can even go as far to using 2 to make it an orange, or 3 a red. I use this because it gives me a chance to receive better loot and win the game. If you really start to play the game a lot, I'd recommend using the utility combination because it gives usable and beneficial items like leaf feathers, upgrade tokens, box upgrades, backpack upgrades for more inventory spaces. If you're good and comfortable with PvP, I'd recommend these modifiers too. It's better than safe or sorry, but you can get a little more chaotic and get fire sticks, shove sticks, which are like knockback Nemos on the Hive. You can find life tokens, sonic snowballs, and more. I noticed a few of the sweaty PvPers I know use combinations. The goal of this is to receive a wide variety of stuff and strategically use them to your advantage in a more chaotic looting game. While I use the utility combination or upgrade token or box modifiers, it is up to you on how comfortable you are using different items. Since there's a corruption instead of the void, you feel more safe falling, and it can make you make rash moves, etc. I play a map that I like called Suburbs, and one thing I do is memorize where all the bounce pads are in the corruption. This is huge and very helpful and has saved me numerous times throughout my time playing. I'd also recommend a looting pattern for each map. Since Galaxite players are more timid, you'll usually go uncontested when looting and should have a simple, quick, and successful looting pattern. I normally only loot 1 chest in my base, but this is more subjective and it comes to personal preference and how much time you want to spend at your base with worse chests. At middle, when there's 9 minutes and 54 seconds left in the game, a mythic chest spawns with good loot. When you see it, I strongly advise you loot it for ender pearls, which can help you travel around to places quickly or save you from the corruption. If you're lacking in any loot as well, then it'd be a good time to try and get enough loot to finish the game. While I have seen Rush update numerous times over the past few days, I hope this tutorial will still be viable by Season 5 or even 6. I really hope this helped and you are winning more games because of my suggestions and tips. If you think I missed something, I strongly advise you commenting down below to help your fellow viewers win more games of Rush. And where next? On to 1,000 wins.